called my sister while I was at work. I had a little break, and I called her because I hadn't talked to her in a while, and I wanted to get an update on what was going on. And she's pregnant currently, so I wanted to see her baby bump and just give her just some encouragement to let her know that, I still care about her and still want to check in on her, and this process matters to me. You know, just wanted her to feel valued and noticed and loved. And how often is it that we call people to give them something, and unintentionally they end up giving us something without even, being aware that they're doing it? Well, I said that twice because that's what unintentionally means. So we were talking, and we were just talking just as normal as possible, catching up on some things, sharing pleasantries, things like that. And she ended up saying, she's like, I said that, you're doing the best that you can. And she said, my grandmother used to say that. She said, my grandmother used to say, I'm doing the best I can with what I have left. And then she was like, yeah, she used to say, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And I was like, whoa. That's like, people be like, that's a word. That's a whole word, because I was reflecting on my life and what I'm doing, how I'm being. And how often do we tell ourselves that we are doing the best that we can with what we have? Or we're doing the best that we can with what we have left? Because sometimes life takes, right? Life takes and takes and takes, and situations take from us. They take away sometimes our peace, sometimes our sanity, sometimes our joy. Even though these situations aren't what gave it to us in the first place, they take. They take our money, they take physical things, material things, whatever may be your situation, But you have to end up doing the best that you can. And sometimes that don't look okay for others, but you're still doing your best. And sometimes your best doesn't look like other people's best. And that's why they can come in and look on the outside and judge you. But they don't know that you're making it literally in a broken place. And even if you aren't, even if you're on the mountaintop, you're still doing your best. But your mountaintop best isn't going to look like somebody's valley best. And somebody's valley best isn't going to look like your mountaintop best. So I'm like, how often do I say this to myself? How often do I affirm myself and say every day I'm doing the best that I can? And I often end up stretching myself so thin, which is not good. And I end up pouring from an empty cup because I'm trying to prove to these things in my head and these people in my head and the people who have talked into my life. I'm trying to prove to those people instead of myself, like, yeah, I got to do this, and I got to have this done, and I got to have this prepared, and I got to have this ready, and I got to have this already out, and I got to have this already planned through, and I got to make this type of move, and I got to do this, and I got to say this, and I got to act like this, and wear this, and do that. And no, that's so unhealthy, and we're not doing that anymore. So I don't know where you are in your journey, but know that you're doing your best. Literally, even if today you were angry, excuse my language, but you were angry as hell, you're doing your best. Feel that feeling. Feel that feeling, and then tomorrow forgive yourself and move from there. Go up from there. Wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to give it what I can give. And I'm going to ask the Lord to give me strength for the things that I can't give, that I feel like I can't do. I'm going to ask Him to give me strength. And whatever that may look like, it's still my best. And we're a work in progress. We don't have to have it all together. We don't have to have the picture all puzzled out. Do your best today. And forgive yourself if you didn't, because sometimes you just don't want to, and sometimes you can't, and that's okay too. Feel the feelings that you may feel, and wake up the next morning and just try and just give it your all. Give it your best, and your best is okay. Look up the definition of best and remind yourself that that's what you're doing. and it's only going to look like you, authentically you. Be blessed, y'all.